How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Masochist Challenge. Shout out to Simo for creating the challenge. Sorry, it's been a moment since I've been able to post again. I ended up getting sick last week, so it kind of turned me off from wanting to record. But I am on the mend, but I'm still a bit congested if you can't tell. But we have a lot of catching up to do today for our ranked season. So this video is going to be a bit longer than it normally is. I'm probably going to be pushing maybe like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops. Try to really get some content through here and get some duels for us to catch up through the silver rank at least. If we can get to gold, that would be phenomenal. But we got to take what we can take right now. So no changes to the deck since last time, so let's get right on into our first duel. All right, we actually won the coin toss. We're going first. Our hand could be better. I mean, we do have Bestial in our hand, which is good. We have our Danger Thunderbird, that's nice. Drillfish, good. The problem is I really don't want to send any of these guys out yet. We could risk it and just pass here and maybe just summon this out on his turn if he's playing like a light and dark deck, but he might be playing Sky Strikers, so in all honesty, we might just have to sacrifice the potential of anything else in our hand and just summon out Thunderbird here just to get something big on the board. He's gonna max see us, that's fine. Alright, that was probably the best thing that we could have put out from our hand, so bring out our Thunderbird, we're going to draw a card, it's great. We obviously are not going to summon that. I think we're just going to pass here, we're just going to pass. We don't really have the greatest, like if we had like a level 2 tuner, that would have been, I don't think that would have helped us. I'm trying to remember everything that's in our deck. It's been a second here. Yeah, like a level 2, like we would have needed our level 2 Dracunity monster in our hand to normal summon out to get into this thing, so I don't think there was really a good follow-up play here after getting Thunderbird on the field. This dude is playing some sort of Lubellion deck, whether it be Despia or something else, but we are going to get rid of that Lubellion and get out our own Bestial monster, and hopefully that stops him from going into some insane plays. He's going to get Magna Hut. And he's playing tier limits. I don't know if I really want to waste time on this. We're not going to waste time. Let's just go get into something that we know we have at least a chance against. We're not going to fight a tier limits deck. All right, we won the coin toss yet again. We're going first again, and that definitely paid off a bit better because we have some of our traps here. We're definitely going to set both of these. And you know what? Let's go ahead and set the Hyper Hammerhead. We have at least some ways of outing things from his board as he places them there. Our black hole, or dark, deep dark trap hole, I should say. Oh, that doesn't look good. We might be able to get rid of something here. All right, he's definitely got to be playing like the Goaty deck. I mean, that's what's happening here, and basically banishing him isn't gonna really help us in this situation. Again, I don't think we beat this deck in all honesty. This is actually a pretty sound deck. So let's just move on. Unfortunate back-to-backs, but it is what it is. All right, here we go. We won again, and we're going first again. Also, something I wanted to touch on from the last video, guys. We're not gonna like save every win that we do to go for the Blue Eyes second anniversary stuff. But what we're going to do is if for some miracle we come across enough self TK decks, we will save those wins in a bank, and I'm gonna put up right now how many wins we have in the bank in regards to getting that stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of what we're doing here. We're gonna get this out. So yeah, anytime we come across self TK deck and we win those, because those are just free wins anyway, we will store those in our piggy bank, or our card bank, I should say. And if we get 30 wins, enough to do the second anniversary stuff, we will pull the second anniversary stuff. And then if we don't make it, if we don't get to the deadline in time, then what we'll do, we'll just spend all of what we've saved up in the bank, and we'll just have like a massive card pull then. It'll be too much of a detriment if we're just trying to save every single win that we get right now, because we really need to update our deck with some better cards. So I figured the free wins in the category of self TK, we will store those in the bank, and we will try to get the second anniversary stuff through that route. I don't like whatever he is doing. Oh, he's just doing this. Okay. Yeah. So, and we are playing a Vanquish deck. That's lovely. We probably should just scoop this up right here, but what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of whatever this is, and hopefully that stalls him out. I highly doubt it will. Of course, we actually got RDA on the field, and it's obviously it's not going to be enough. Yep, alright, we're not, we already know we can't beat Vanquish, so let's move on. Alright, so if we do miraculously somehow get enough wins to pull this, we have 2 in the bank, obviously, as you can see. We need 28 more self-TK wins. But how this is going to work, as much as like the Blue Eyes is really nice, technically this is a guaranteed thing that they're giving you, so we will not be able to play the Blue Eyes card, unfortunately. Unlike the tickets that are going on right now, the second anniversary tickets, which we do have one, so once we win, we can pull this. The difference between the tickets and getting the Royal Finish card out of that is that from within that pack itself, it is a random card that they will give you that is of ultra rare quality. That becomes a Royal Finish. It could be any of the ultras that come from that pack. So it is still technically a random thing that we're pulling from that pack. We will be able to utilize those cards, but because the Blue Eyes card itself is a automatic give me, there's nothing, we're not going to be actually be able to play the actual Blue Eyes card itself, which is sad, but if we some way pull an actual Blue Eyes card, then we'll be able to play this. We'll sack the normal Blue Eyes that we pull or whatever if we can't. I don't even know if we're able to sack a Blue Eyes card, but if we ever pull a Blue Eyes normally, then we'll swap it out for this, obviously. So maybe someday we'll be able to play that. Probably not, because if we're not playing like a Blue Eyes archetype, which we probably won't, because their rarities are very like ultra rare heavy and super rare heavy. More than likely we'll actually never play Blue Eyes regardless, so it doesn't really even matter. But yeah, that's the distinguished difference between the second anniversary like packs right here. The ultra rare that you get out of there is basically getting pulled because it's still a random chance at for any of the random ultra rares that you can get out of that in comparison to the Blue Eyes. So I just want to touch base on that real quick. Let's go get back into another duel. All right, oddly enough, we won again, so we're going first again, and our hand is looking very good. Once again, we drew our Deep Dark Trap Hole and Ferret Flame, so we're of course going to set these cards down. And Fire Hand for sure. And we will save our Drillfish, we will save our Danger Thunderbird. And he scooped, so there we go. There is a win of the day. Let's go pull us a pack. That's actually kind of funny. And we are passing on the baton of orange. We are green. We just need to get the green stuff. All right, we're receiving green actually right here. Awesome. We were one step closer to finishing this. All right, let's go pull us that. Actually, since we won, we get to go pull that ticket pack. So let's go do that. Let's see what we get here. We get 5 legacy tickets. All right, and we leveled up. Awesome. All right, let's go get that pack. All right, here we are, and I don't know which one I want to actually get. Let's do the first one right up here. What do we get? What do we get? All right, we got the blue eye stuff. Cool. All right, let's open this up. See what we get. Unfortunately, didn't get very lucky. Torrential Tribute probably going into the deck. I'm just opening this stuff up really weirdly right now, guys, and I apologize for that. I'm I'm going back to how I usually play on my normal account. What is this? This is a pendulum version of the Yata Crow thing that is super ban. When this card is normal, this is for its spellcaster. It has no pendulum effect, but when this card is normal special summon, you can add one Magispector spell from your deck to your hand. You can only use this once per turn. While this card is in your monster zone, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, so it has to be destroyed by battle. This actually might be worth playing to some degree. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about this card. All right. Obviously, we have the Princess with Eyes of Blue. Unfortunately, it's not Maiden with Eyes of Blue, so again, we're not really going to be building a Blue Eyes deck anytime soon, if ever at all. If this is, of course, Strength and Unity, we already know what this does. We have the Visions with Eyes of Blue. See what we get over here. Ooh, super rare. Dual Avatar. This is a interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this archetype. Yeah. Okay, we're not going to be playing this. I mean, if we got the other stuff, that actually might be somewhat helpful, but I don't know. Kaiser Sea Snake. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Um, Obviously, this is another way we could potentially actually go into our synchro summons or our XYZ summon. Um, this actually might go into the deck, in all honesty, because it also, like, especially if we could find like another level 8 Sea Serpent monster, be really good. And finally, we have the Chronicle Sorceress. Um, Obviously, it's like a kind of like a Dark Magician Girl retrain kind of thing going on here, but not really. But this has everything to do with either like playing in a Blue Eyes deck or a Dark Magician deck, and it's really not that good in those decks regardless, so we will not be playing that. I think the biggest takeaway here is honestly the Torrential Tribute and possibly this Kaiser Sea Snake. So, all right, let's go see what our Royal Finish card is going to be. Again, it is a random UR from this pack, so we technically can play it if we are capable. What do we get? Spirit with Eyes of Blue, or Blue-Eyed Spirit Dragon, I should say. That's actually funny because we already pulled this, and now we have the Royal Finish version of it. It's actually pretty insane. Really cool, really cool. Just basically gonna go into our collection. But again, since we knew this was going to be a guaranteed Royal from that pack, we are still not allowed to actually go and use the Royal Finish rule that we're using to go pull again from this pack. Obviously, that's not the way it works. It has to be a random Royal rare finish card from a normal Master pack, or, you know, in order for us to actually go and pull from whatever pack that card comes out of. This was a guarantee from this pack, so it doesn't count. All right, let's go edit the deck real quick, and then go get into another duel. I'm just gonna go through this avenue because it's quicker. All right, so we got Torrential Tribute to think about. Obviously, we do want to put that in the deck. That's actually a fairly good pull for us. The problem is again, we're getting to that point. It's like, okay, what do we cut? Like, what do we cut, guys? As much as I like the idea of having these in the deck for the simple strategy that we can pull off on that, like maybe we get rid of these. I don't know. All right, let me do a deep think on this, guys, and I'll bring you guys in after I figure out what the heck we're doing. All right, guys, this is what I did. I did take out the Shoctopuses, and I switched in the Torrential Tribute and our Kaiser Sea Snake. Even though we don't have I don't think we have another Sea Serpent. Let's check that real quick. I don't think we have another level 8 Sea Serpent we can utilize the part of its effect for. Let alone getting it like into like the graveyard, or I'm pretty sure it can come from the hand though, right? Hand or graveyard, yeah, but yeah, no, we don't have any other level 8 Sea Serpents right now. So unfortunately, it's just going to be the first part of the effect. It's just basically working just like how uh is it like if your opponent, yeah, controls. So it works the same way as our Buster here and our Cyber Dragon, of course. So it still has like the same sort of effect like that. But again, it's good. It's better than the Shoctopus, because the Shoctopus we're just gonna set and whatever, and then we have to pass turn or whatever. This is at least going to allow us to special summon if we have nothing on the field and our opponent does. Go into like our Scrap Beast here, or however the heck you say that thing's name. Uh, and go into our Archfiend Dragon, or Red Dragon Archfiend, I should say. Or if we have like a lower tuner monster, maybe we can even go into this. Or if we just put a level 4 on the field, we can go into one of our XYZs here. So it still technically fits our normal strategy for the deck, where we're special summoning something out to the field, then playing, and then going into one of our extra deck monsters. So I think it's just overall going to be better to have in our deck than Shoctopus. And of course, Torrential Tribute is phenomenal way to clear our opponent's board if we need to do something like that. So yeah, that's the deck changes. Let's go get back into our duels, guys. All right, here we go. Our opponent won the coin toss. We're going second finally for the first time this video. And our hand's looking pretty decent. Obviously, we have our special summon in our Mother Spider. We could, go from there into grabbing our Polar Penguin and immediately going into our Red Dragon Archfiend. They are playing Dinomorphia. We also have back to square one for any weird shenanigans that they might have. They're ending on that. That's kind of, I forget what these trap cards that they have do, but regardless, I still think we do what we gotta do here. Let's special summon this out. What is he playing? Okay, he's paying some hefty life points here. That's alright. You're not gonna be taking effect damage. It's fine. Alright, here comes the Dinomorphia. It's perfectly fine, because what we're going to do is we're gonna back to square one this thing. Alright. I mean, at least we're whittling his life points down. It's really good. And here comes another one. It's kind of weird how this deck works of theirs, but it is what it is. That's fine. We're going to play our Polar Penguin. And we are, of course, going to go into RDA. And there's the Ferret Flames, of course. And he has game on board next time, or on his next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fortunately, Pot of Avarice does not help us at all. We were one monster away from being able to actually use this. Just had to have the Ferret Flames. Alright, well, let's move on. And we are also passing off the green, so we did complete this. We got the cool deck box. And we are unlocking the card from this. Obviously, we can't use this card, nor should we, because as much as this card is cool looking, I don't know, unless you guys think that we should be allowed to use this. I still don't think we do, though, because uh, this thing's effect is like nuts. Like, we have to have 25 or more cards in our graveyard, and then while our opponent has 25 more cards in their graveyard, this card gains 2500 attack and defense. Like, unless our opponent's playing like grass is greener, this is not really going to come up for us. We are basically dead before we can put 25 cards in our graveyard. And yeah, no, I don't see this card being very playable regardless. But if you guys think we should be allowed to play this because the game is giving it for free from this event to us, like, I mean, that's up to you, but I still don't think we actually play it just by the logistics of how this card works. But the card itself is really cool. I really like the magicians in this, especially like the guy in the back, the green. Like, it kind of reminds me of like a green dark paladin kind of vibe to it. But anyway, moving on. Let's go get to our next duel. Actually, I just realized something, guys. We didn't pull our legacy tickets last time, so let's go do that real quick. All right, opening pack number 1. See what we get here. A light sworn. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, we all know what light sworns are about. We don't have enough of them to like run them, but sure. I mean, this is interesting. If the attack of each monster your opponent controls is higher than this card can attack directly. Funny enough, if this was in our deck just now, and we were able to pull this with our opponent having 1,000 attack left, this would have won us the game, as long as they didn't have a way to remove it off the board as soon as it hit the board. It's kind of funny. This might be like a hidden card that we actually might put in the deck for some like sneaky shenanigans, but sent from the deck to the great. Yeah, no, there's yeah. No. All right. Anyway, moving on. Next pack. Let's do it. Let's see what we have. Security block. It's a quick play. Target one Cybers monster on the field or turn. This turn, neither player takes battle damage. Also, that player cannot, or that monster cannot be destroyed by battle. We're not playing Cybers cards. Oh, that's some cool looking art. Swordmaster. So it's a Necroz card. In the Pendulum effect, you cannot Pendulum summon monsters except Necroz and Zephyra monsters. This effect cannot be negated. Interesting. We're not playing a Necroz deck, so this really doesn't matter. Anyway, moving on. Third pack. Let's do it. I'm really hoping like we could get like some like really hidden gem in here that's like actually really useful, not situationally useful. Bazoo the Soul Eater, very old school card. Once per turn, you can banish up to 3 monsters from your graveyard. This card's attack gains 300 for each. I don't know. It just becomes a big beat stick, but it is a level 4 and we can do some level 4 stuff with it, but I don't think so. And the Battle Footballer, again, old school card, level 4, pretty good defense. I would say if this was like, you know, a rock monster, we could play it, but no, it's not. Moving on. Let's see what we got. Pitch Black Werewolf, or Warwolf, I should say. Your opponent cannot activate trap cards during the battle phase. Yeah, I would say if this was, you know, earlier on in our challenge, we'd probably run this, but I don't know if this is good enough. Performer Pal, Daggerman, I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, guys. All right, next. I mean, we are kind of getting a good amount of pendulum cards, I think, in the background, but it's nothing like that's gonna be cohesive enough to actually play. Level 4, each time you gain life points, inflict 500 to your opponent. If we were able to gain life points, that might be nice, but the burn effect is not that great. Like, it doesn't burn enough. Moisture Creature, very old school fairy card here. It has to, you have to tribute 3 monsters. No, this is just really old school. Like, if we, no, we wouldn't even play this in the beginning of our journey because we never would have had 3 cards on the field consistently enough anyway. It would have just been a brick in our hand and deck. So, all right, pack 6, Naturia Vein, plant tuner, level 1 tuner. When your opponent activates a spell card or spell or trap card, quick effect, you contribute 1 Naturia monster and this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Uh, Going into our plant deck, plant insect deck for sure. And another Performer Pal. It's the Flip Hippo. That doesn't have a flip effect. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Performer Pal monster from your hand, but its effects are negated until the end of this turn. Once per turn, you can change all monsters you control to defense position. Kind of handy. I mean, it's like a special summon, um, but it's not worth it. So let's just move on. Pack 7 out of 9. We have 2 more after this. Wow, Metal Armored Bug. Do we put it in our insect deck, guys? It's literally just a vanilla 2800 beat stick for 2 tributes. I don't think that's even really worth it. I like the art though. Like, that's huge. Like, in comparison to the forest around him, that thing is huge. A gigantic insect-like creature covered by thick armor. Everything in its path is destroyed. So does that mean it can destroy Blue Eyes? Anyway. Whoa. Gale Lizard Flip. Target 1 monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. This this actually might go into our deck, guys. Like, this is just straight up removal, and it's kind of one of the, like, destroying things and putting it to the graveyard, kind of not that great. But if our opponent has like an extra deck monster on the field and this thing's effect goes off, it's the best use for this is putting that extra deck monster back in the extra deck, um, and then making our opponent use more resources to get that thing back out if they can. I don't know, we might actually put this in the deck. Of course, it's a flip effect, so that's kind of like the downside, but Feedback Warrior. When this card is normal special summon, you can target 1 face-up monster you control. It becomes level 3. We don't have any level 3 stuff going on, but maybe someday if we are running some rank 3 deck, that might be useful. Everlasting Mist. Your opponent's hand size limit becomes 5. I don't think that's going to really help us out that much. But kind of funny, though. Alright, and our last pack here, Darkness Approaches. Discard 2 cards from your hand, select 1 face-up monster, and change it to face-down defense position. This is a terrible card. And Kidmodo Dragon, our first, I think this is our first actual pull of this card, because it came in the starter deck that we picked, back when we created the account that we can't use cards from, but now we can at least use a copy of this, even though we more than likely won't be. I mean, we can put it in our dragon pile of cards, so that's nice. All in all, biggest takeaway from all these packs, in all honesty, is probably the Gale Lizard. Yeah, the Gale Lizard, pretty good. I'm gonna go see if let's go see if we can do something in our deck with that. I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is what I'm thinking. And if you guys think I should change this back, then let's do it. Um, right now we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rock monsters in our deck to use Catapult Zone for. I know that's kind of part of our strategy here, but in all honesty, should we get rid of one of these 2200 defensive walls, I should say, for our Gale Lizard? Because I mean, this is just like if we draw it and we really can't do too much with it, then, you know, like we can go into rank 4 stuff with either of these cards. But at least if we put the Gale Lizard in and it's flipped either on our opponent's turn or if it somehow survives and it comes back to our turn, we can use this. Its effect is technically more useful than this just being a 2200 beat stick, and I think 5 potential uses with Catapult Zone is still more than enough to get us through a duel. So I'm thinking about getting rid of this, or we could get rid of this. But this is the technical a free special summon if we do already have Catapult Zone on the field and we draw this. So it has a potential of at least being used with a level 3 tuner to go into like RDA or our Parshath. So for right now, I'm just going to take... I mean, we could take either one of these out in all honesty. Let's take this thing out for now. Let's put the Gale Lizard in, and let's see how this deck runs with the potential of popping something from our opponent's field back into their hand, or better yet, their extra deck. That's what we're going to do. If you guys think I should just switch that back so we still have another use of our Catapult Zone, just let me know and we'll switch this back. Let's go get back into another duel. All right, we won the coin toss. We're going first. Hopefully we get... there we go. Hopefully we're going to get a trap card to play on. It's our best one. Let's see what we can do here. Let's just set this because it's kind of a dead card in our hand right now, but in the graveyard it's actually useful. So and then let's put the Ferret Flames down. We're gonna pass right there. We have 2 level 2 tuners in our hand, so hopefully we can get, like, honestly, like a Photon Thrasher would be like a pretty good draw next turn, because with us having no field, we can special summon that out, bring out a level 2 tuner, go into a level 6. Playing Soul Sword, and I kind of just want to scoop it up right here. If it wasn't for Ferret Flames, I would say, yeah, we're going to scoop it up right here, but if we can bounce everything that they have back to their hand stuff, it actually might be, well, no, because they're just going to recycle everything. We can't OTK them, so, okay, we're going to move on. Let's just move on. All right, they won the coin toss. They're going first. We have couple traps. We have Fire Hand, Polar Penguin, Delta Flyer. It's not like a terrible hand, but we could have done a little bit better. Like, Fire Hand, really not the greatest going second card to have in our hand. Is this dude playing like straight? What is this? Tri-Brigade? Oh man, Tri-Brigade is going to be hard for us too. We'll see what we can do. I'll let it go for a little bit here, but if it looks like we're not going to be able to do much, then we'll just move on. Okay, well, that is something we will definitely be popping off the field immediately. If we could. Apparently whatever it is protected. It doesn't matter. Whatever. We're gonna pop this out the field. We'll just use we're gonna use our Trickstar here. That's gone. I mean, that's just more fuel for his thing, but what is this protected from? Please, there we go. All right, that's how we get around our opponent. Well, at least we can crash into this, or he's gonna just immediately link summon away into, there he is. That's what we were expecting him to play earlier. All right, we're not coming back from this at this point. All right, we won the coin toss again. We're going first, and our hand is somewhat to be desired. I mean, we do have Hyper Hammerhead, our Thrasher, and our new Sea Snake, but we really don't have the greatest setup just yet to go into our extra deck or anything. We don't know what this guy's playing. In all honesty, let's just set the Hyper Hammerhead. Let's see what he does. Hopefully he crashes into us. Hopefully we pop back his card to his hand. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea here. See, the thing about like Hyper Hammerhead, it's basically the same effect as the Gale Lizard. Like it's basically having like two Hyper Hammerheads now with Gale Lizard in here. I mean, this has to flip, but like if either one of these cards is removed before the damage step, or before getting into the battle phase and going through the damage step and all that, like both cards aren't that great. Like if they get popped off the field, then they're gone. But at least with like the Gale Lizard, it's immediately as soon as it flips. So, and we get to target anything on the board. So I think having the Gale Lizard is probably the smart idea to put it in the deck, because it's basically a second Hyper Hammerhead. I would almost argue that it might be a little bit better depending on the situation. Alright, this guy's playing Aqua Dolphin, doing the Infernoble stuff. Alright, he's taking out the Drak, or he targeted the Drak. He's losing 500. Okay, that's good. That's good for us. Getting ahead in the life point game is always a benefit for us. Photon Thrasher might be our play next turn. Again, depending on what we draw, of course. Depending on what this guy ends on. But hopefully we get something of use. I don't know. We'll see what we get. This guy's, I don't know what he's playing. I mean, he's got the Infernoble strategy going here. Who knows what he's actually running, though. Battle phase, dude's hilarious. I mean, he'll actually get to use his Aqua Dolphin next turn, but hey, now we're ahead in the life point game, so that's always a plus. We could go with the Drak Dino and use its effect next turn to draw 2 cards, get some card advantage. That might be a good idea. Deep Dark Trap Hole, that's good. But we're definitely going to swing in for a good amount of damage here regardless. What is it? Do we have a level? No, it's probably popping up because of links. Main 2. We're gonna set this, of course, and we're gonna go to the end phase. All right, this actually has to destroy an enemy's card. It's not just dealing damage. So either way, I mean, we put in for some good damage here. That's good. Depending on what he tries to do next, I guess could determine whether or not we're gonna have an easy duel or not, going from this point on. But if he summons anything that's level 5 and higher that has an effect that's at least special summoned, I mean, we can banish it, so that's good. This thing's 1500, so it's not swinging over our Dino. It can crash into Hyper Hammerhead at best, and both of them would die, but I don't know. I don't know what this guy's deck is. I mean, obviously he's centered around like Fire Warrior, like just fire creatures really. Immortal Phoenix Gearfried, not a bad card depending on what deck it's in. Like it's not the greatest card, but I mean you can see it being useful in certain situations, but most of the time you'll never see this in an actual deck. But I mean, I can see it being used in this warrior deck of his, but I don't know what his game plan is at this point, because like, okay, and he scooped. All right, we'll take it. Let's go pull a pack. All right, let's get our master pack going here. First, just normal master pack of the day. That's great. See what we get. We got a good amount of lightning strike. We got a gold pack. All right, let's see what we get. Let's start with this one. Dino Rush. This is a Dino Mist card. It's honestly probably one of the very few Pendulum decks I actually enjoy. It'd be really cool if we could build that. What's this? Yellow Ninja. 1900 beater with 1800 defense for level 4. That's pretty good. Obviously, this is for the whole ninja deck thing. Really cool card. This was earlier on. We would definitely run it because it's a 1900 beater. Without any other ninja support right now, it's really not that great for us. So moving on, let's see what this is. Stellar Knight Vega. All right, if this is summoned, you can special summon one Stellar Knight monster from your hand, except Stellar Knight Vega. You can only use this effect once per turn. Not bad. I'm gonna have to check where our progress is with our Stellar Knight cards. Let's see what we have here. This is the rank up Magic Numeron Force. This is for, I'm pretty sure just, the numbers. Yeah, this is like all the Numeron stuff. Nothing that we can use right now. Dark City. If a Destiny hero monster attacks with a higher attack, the attacking monster gains 1,000. It's basically Skyscraper, but for Destiny heroes. So nothing that we can run, of course, right now either. Another Performer Pal, Odd Eyes, Butler. Again, not really playing the Performer Pal archetype. Let's see with if Pendulum effect. Once per turn, when an opponent monster declares an attack, you can add one Odd Eyes Pendulum. Okay, so yeah, we're not running that. All right, first gold, first super rare. Wow. The white baking. Yeah, this is Skull Servant in the graveyard. This is for the whole Skull Servant strategy thing. We're not running this. What's this? Battery Man 9 Volt. When this card is summoned, you can add one Battery Man monster from your deck to your hand. If you do this, attack and defense becomes double its original attack. In defense, you can only use this once per turn during your end phase. Destroy this card. We're not playing Battery Man, so all in all, not that great of a pack. I mean, the biggest takeaway for me right now is this Dynamist Rush, because I do like that Pendulum archetype. Not the greatest, but it's fun. Honestly, if we were able to pull like a bunch of the Dynamist cards, it might actually be better than our deck right now. Definitely more cohesive, and what's the word that I'm looking for? It would definitely be consistent. That's the word that I'm thinking of. All right, let's go and move on to. I know we got a couple legacy tickets, so let's go grab that now. I think we have one legacy ticket, so let's pull that. All right, and what do we get? Old Mind. Look at one random card in your opponent's hand, then apply one of the following effects. Discard both that card's opponent's card and one card from your hand of the same monster, spell, or trap. Then add this card from your field to your opponent's hand. If you do, draw one card or lose 1,000 life points. Yeah, we're not playing this. Funny enough, it does have like the Skull Servant cards in it, like Lady in White and normal like Skull Servant King or whatever his name is. Pretty funny that we just pulled a Skull Servant card and just noticed that. Next is Dice Try Counter Trap. When your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect that requires a dice roll and negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Well, nobody's playing dice, so that's just completely pointless. Let's go get into our next duel, guys. All right, we won the coin toss. We're going first. Our hand is interesting. We might put down the Polar Penguin. Might put down the Polar Penguin as our first turn. I don't see us doing anything other than that, just because it at least has a bounce effect. Our hand really isn't that great. I mean, Dogmatic Punishment is nice. Archfiend's Staff, it's good, but we don't have any like extra deck plays going on right now, unfortunately. This hand definitely would have probably been better just going second, but of course we didn't know what we were gonna get. This guy's taking his sweet time, but yeah, let's set down the Polar Penguin. Let's set down the punishment, and we're just going to pass turn right there. And let's hope that he doesn't have anything crazy as far as what his deck is running. 15 in the extra deck, though. He's playing over 40 cards. I don't know. But anyway, guys, what do you guys think about the change to the deck right now? Like, obviously, there's really not much data to go off of it yet, but I feel like taking the Shocktopusses out, as much as I like that card and the strategy that we could have utilized with it, I still don't think it's worth, you know, keeping in the deck over like Torrential Tribute and the like the Gale Lizard and whatever I forget what the other card is that we put in, or was that it? That might have been it. But yeah, what do you guys think? I feel like having those out is just better for our deck right now. All right, what is this guy playing? This guy's playing X-Sabers. Okay, bet. We actually have a chance. X-Saber is like, it's cool in concept, but it's really not a really great archetype in this modern age. So let's pop this guy back to his hand. He's not doing anything. He's gonna have to resummon that out next turn or something else. And he actually, yeah. So now we have an open line to his life points, which is nice. Let's see what we get here. Drillfish, good pull, good pull. Keep that in the back just in case something weird happens. But right now we're gonna go into our direct dino, and we're gonna swing for 17. And that's about all we can do for this turn. Let's see what he decides to do. Obviously, like if he were to do the same play he did last time, our direct dino is gonna destroy him. He's got to come up with a better strategy here going into this turn. But either way, I mean, we have Drillfish. If something weird and out of hand gets into play, we can just pop them off the field. We can also get the Kaiser Sea Snake on the field first. So, I don't know. I think we're looking pretty good considering we know what we're up against. Theoretically, I mean, he could just be playing a few X-Sabers in for some warrior strategy, but usually if you're playing X-Sabers, you're playing X-Sabers. So, we're looking pretty good, I think. And we still have punishment on the board right now if something big hits. We have a lot of answers to stuff right now. Okay. Yeah. I mean, interesting. I wonder if he's also possibly a masochist, if he's playing some like weird. Like, I don't know why this would be in an X-Saber deck. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Well, I mean, if it's another masochist, like, you know, cool. Good luck to him in his challenge. But right now, I think we just win. I mean, we're in a good position at least. I mean, he could have some tricks up his sleeve. I don't know what he's doing. He's just wasting his life points right now. Yeah, I see what he's up to. He's trying to use this thing's effect. I mean, I think we use Direct Dino's effect here because we popped his card. We get draw advantage. We get card advantage here if we use this thing's effect. I think we do it. I think that's probably the right play. Dig through our deck a bit. Pull something better. Holding Legs is better. This guy has to be playing some weird masochist deck. I mean... Alright, we'll draw our 2 cards. Alright, that's not the greatest pulls, but hey, we got Fire Hand coming out right now. That's actually good. Actually really good that we did that, because drawing these off our top decks for the next 2 turns would have been really bad for us. So let's go with the Fire Hand and swing at him for 1600. I think that's probably the play. I don't know what his back row is here though. Sun God, Unification. Okay. Alright. going into battle. There we go. Go to main phase 2. There's no point for staff, so yeah, no, that's it. Alright, sweet. We're looking pretty good here. I'm feeling very confident with this duel. Anything that he summons out, like, if he summons Ra out, and we survive an attack, which we should, because his life points are way too low for him to OTK us at this point. Unless he has some insane boost cards, but Drillfish just outs the Ra. And we can still special summon things out. Our best option right now would be the Doo Buster. But let's see what his response is here. I mean, we've been doing, like, I mean, you know, opening up this episode today, we've just been running into a lot of like, decks we couldn't handle, or just getting lucky and, you know, the one dude scooped. But past 2 duels here have been pretty good for us. Things are looking up. That's good. What is he gonna do with his revival jam though? Because he's okay. That's fine. It's weird, but that's fine. Special. Like you have to wait until your next standby phase for that to come back. At this point, we could potentially just win outright. Depending on what we draw, of course. Depending on what his face down is, of course. But all right. All right. I think the play here, in all honesty, because it's just not that helpful otherwise, is we're gonna go into this. We're gonna sacrifice our fire hand, of course, but we'll at least get the swing in for 2200. That's good enough for me into end phase. So yeah, I mean, we're looking pretty good in the chances of us winning at this point. Again, I haven't seen anything that he's played that's gonna scream like, oh, he's about to pop off, you know. I think he could be playing a Masochist deck. These are some random cards that he's thrown together, or it's some weird bot that's just trying to die, but I highly doubt that. This definitely looks like just somebody who's thrown some cards together and is trying their best with their deck. If it is a Masochist and they have pulled some Ra stuff, like the Ra support and Ra, that is, you know, good on him. Like, that's actually kind of cool, but he also could be playing some other weird challenge. It's not a Masochist, and he's come up with his own whatever, but, you know. Alright, so here we are. There is the Revival Jam again. Of course, if this is his best line of defense, we've won. I mean, there's so many ways that we can out it. We can Dogmatic Punish it, we can Drillfish it, and then swing, like... Alright, there we go. There's a ProtoPawn. Yeah, this dude's playing a Masochist deck, in my opinion. He's got ProtoPawn cards, he's got Ra stuff, he's got X Sabers, he's got some weird Fiend stuff, which I guess helped him, I mean, like, holding legs. Like, I don't know, man. This card looks pretty cool, though. It's like a Venus Flytrap mixed with, like a Dino, kind of like a Spinosaurus looking like thing. What is this dude doing? I don't know what his effect is. I didn't read it. Okay, that's fine. ProtoPawn counters whatever after damage. Okay, that's weird, but okay. I still don't see how this dude is planning on winning, is the thing. Like, next turn, we can Dogmatic Punish him. Anything on his board, then we can Drillfish the other thing, and we swing for game with our Sue ship here. So I'm pretty sure we're about to pack this one up and go pull another pack, which is amazing. Been pulling a lot of, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, we've pulled, what, 2 master packs. We've pulled a total of, like, what, 10? Well, not 2 master packs, but, like, you know, we had the ticket pack, which is 8 plus 1, our master pack. We pulled like 10 legacy tickets. Oh, he's gonna put in his own sous ship. Okay, then. Well, that's fine for us. We're not going to let him crash or anything, so let's do this. And let's take out our Trick Star. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's the game. I mean, I highly doubt he has anything else that he's going to be able to do. Otherwise, he probably would have already done it. And we're going to go in for game. All right, let's go pull another pack, guys. This has been a pretty good day, all things considered. So, yeah, let's go get that pack. All right, let's open us up another pack. Let's do it. All right, we got Utopia's slicing through the pack here. We're upgrading to gold. Let's do it. All right. First card. Let's go in reverse here. Let's go in reverse. We have a Star Seraph Scepter. It's Fairy 1800. Would have been really good early on when we were playing our Fairy stuff. That'd been a great beater for that deck. When this card is normal special summon, you can add one Star Seraph monster from your deck to your hand. An XYZ monster that was summoned using 3 or more monsters, including this card, on the field as materials gains this effect when this XYZ summon, when it is XYZ summon. You can target one other card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, draw 1 card. You can draw 1 card. That's a really good effect, but that's kind of labor intensive getting 3 monsters into an XYZ at that point. But hey, that's pretty cool. Battery charger, pay 500, special summon 1 battery man from your graveyard. Obviously, we're not playing battery man, so it doesn't matter. Vampire takeover. If you control no cards in your field zone, and all face-up monsters you control are zombie monsters, minimum of 1, activate Vampire Kingdom directly from your deck. You can special summon 1 dark vampire monster from your graveyard in defense position. You can activate this once per turn. Pretty good card for vampires, but we're not playing a vampire deck, so it doesn't really apply to us. Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. There we go. Dragon, once per turn, quick effect. You can target 1 face-up monster on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck. It has its effects negated until the end of this turn. Pretty good. I think this Odd Eyes Persona Dragon looks pretty cool. It's not like over the top or anything, but it's nice. Pendulum effect. Once per turn during the end phase, if your opponent activates a card effect this turn that targeted 1 Odd Eyes Pendulum monster you control and no other cards, while this card is in your Pendulum zone, special summon this card. If you do, place 1 face-up Odd Eyes Pendulum monster from your extra deck, from your extra deck in your Pendulum zone, except Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. If we play any sort of pendulum deck, we might actually just put that in. I mean, it is a scale 1, so it's pretty good. Ally of Justice. That doesn't really look like the typical Ally of Justice card art, but when this card is normal summon, you can target 1 face down defense position monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target until the end of the turn. Interesting, but not playing Ally of Justice anytime soon, or probably ever even then. Ancient Forest, when this is activated, change any defense position monster to face up attack position. Flip effects are not activated at this time. If the monster attacks, destroy it at the end of the battle phase. Interesting. Neo Parshath, the Sky Paladin. Alright, sweet. If you can special summon this card from your hand by attributing 1 Arc-Knight Parshath, or Air Knight Parshath. If this card attacks the defense position monster, inflict a piercing damage, which is what this whole archetype is known for. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, draw 1 card. While Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field and your life points are higher than your opponent's, this card gains attack equal to the defense in life points. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Cool card. Cool card. And finally, our SR is a Aurea, the Sylvan High Arbiter, 2 level 7 monsters. Yeah, we're probably not getting that anytime soon. It is a plant. That's a lot going on for that thing, but I don't think we're ever going to even be able to summon this out, let alone worry about using its effects. So, all right. All in all, there's really not much to say. I think the coolest card that I think that we drew was probably either the Parshath or the Odd Eyes. The Odd Eyes is probably going to be a little bit more playable sooner if we ever play it at all. So anyway, let's get back to our duels, guys. We lost the coin toss, but our opponent decided for us to go first. So, I think, I mean, we don't know what he's playing, unfortunately. If he's playing anything that's not level related, then our mistress here is not going to be helpful. Let's actually set the Gale Wizard down and see what this guy's playing, because it'll help us bait out anything that he summons from the extra deck. We can just pop back in if he attacks us and flips us, but it looks like he's playing a Psychic deck. That could spell some trouble for us. I don't know if we're going to be able to get Bestial onto the field, because I don't know. I mean, depending on if he's actually playing any light or dark psychic monsters. I mean, like, light would probably be the first thing. He's playing punks. Okay, so we probably should just scoop it up. I don't think we can beat punks. Psychic End. Okay, what is? Okay, that's a lot. All your life points are less than. Okay, nope, that's the game. All right, well, cool. All right, we won the coin toss. We're going first. I have a sneaky suspicion that this guy might be playing Soul Sword, or yeah, Soul Sword. Because in the loading screen he had the Soul Sword deck box. So, with that being said, really not much we can really do on our turn here. I mean, we can go with Mother Spider. I don't know what I want to do here, because that's level 6. We can't get anything really super big out. I'm going to do something crazy here and just pass. Maybe that was the wrong play. Maybe we should have just set out something for some defense, but I'm just going to pass here and hope that he can't kill us in one turn. Because if we can survive this. 1 for 1. Interesting. He's playing the new Snake Eyes deck, which is not good. The deck is actually pretty strong, even like on its own, not splat, you know, not like using it as an engine for a different deck. On its own, this deck is actually insane. We've come across it once before. I honestly don't think we can beat this. I mean, we have a decent hand, but the thing is, this Bestial is not coming out. He is just not gonna make it out onto the board. And like, I don't see. I'm just not seeing it here, guys. I'm not gonna waste our time. Let's just move on. I'm not even gonna try to figure this out. All right, we lost the coin toss, but our opponent decided for us to go first. Only got 6 in the extra deck, so I'm wondering if he's playing like some sort of structure deck that he bought. I mean, okay, so the easiest thing we could go into here. You know what? Let's bait him. Let's bait him. Let's see what he's up to. Let's bait him. Because then next turn, like, he destroys us and we pop his card, and then next turn we can make some serious plays here. We can send out the Photon Thrasher, increase its level by 1, use this, you know, then that way we'll have our RDA. I got some options. What is this? That is not a card that you typically would see. What is this guy up to? Shining Eyes card. Okay. Interesting. Alright, alright. Yeah, go for it, dude. Go for it. That's gonna activate. We're gonna get rid of his level 4 here. Alright. Yeah, we're looking good. We're going to go into RDA, we're going to swing over this fool and start chunking him down. I don't know what this guy is pondering over here, because he's already attacked. Alright, main phase 2, end phase. Alright, cool. Moving on. Let's go. Let's see what our pull is here. Okay, Torrential Tribute. Pretty good, pretty good. But what we're going to, of course, do is exactly what I said we were going to do. We're going to summon out the Photon Thrasher. We're going to bring out the Delta Flyer. That is perfectly fine with us. Threatening Horror is not going to change anything that we're doing here. We're going to bring out RDA. And then, just in case he somehow does something absolutely insane, we will absolutely set the Torrential Tribute, even if it means sacking our own RDA. But the thing is that RDA goes, we get another one into our graveyard here. One more card after that, we can use Pot of Avarice, we shuffle everything back, we can get RDA back. So it's not that big of a deal. But we're looking pretty good, because any like normal pull for us at this point, let's see, what would we want? Direct Dino, pretty good pull right now for us. Because if he goes into defense mode, like anything we can swing over. As long as we don't pull one of our rocks, we can swing over him pretty easily. Drillfish even. Just pop him off the field, swing in with RDA, start doing some good damage. That's if this guy doesn't just outright surrender. He's in a really bad position. This guy doesn't look like he's playing any sort of like cohesive deck. I might have to check this guy's deck list out after this one, because I just don't understand what he is playing. Although this could be a bot. This could be a bot. If he goes into battle phase, then goes into second, you know, I don't think it is though, because yeah, no, this is definitely not a bot. Let's see. Okay, yeah, sure. Alright, Dogmatic Punishment, good card. No, we're not going to set that yet. We will go into battle though. Swing, we'll destroy everything. Main 2. We'll set the Dogmatic Punishment right here. And pass turn. Yeah, no, we're looking pretty good. I don't see us having a problem. We should definitely win this one. I mean, we have protection at this point in a lot of different ways. If punishment fails, if he somehow summons something that's like a threat to RDA, you know, Torrential Tribute will still come into play. Alright, sure. Nothing that we're going to do with that right now. We're just going to go right into battle. I mean, he's holding us off right now with defensive position monsters, but that's going to only last him so long. What we really need is to get our Stag Beetle, or whatever this thing is, the Pentastag on the field, and then start inflicting some piercing damage. That would be really good for us. Deep Dark Trap Hole, sure. It's still gone, my friend. It's still gone. Main 2, Deep Dark Trap Hole, just in case. You never know. Never know when he's gonna whip out something weird. But yeah, no, we're looking pretty good. I'm gonna keep saying it, because I mean, this guy, what, again, he only got 6 in his extra deck. Like, what is this dude playing? Like, I don't know. It's good for us, whatever it is. We're sitting at silver 2 right now. If we win this, and then just need to win one more game after this, and we'll get to silver 1, and then we'll be real close to gold. So, you know, funny enough, like I never watched 5Ds. Stardust Dragon always looked cool. Um, it was probably my favorite, but I don't know. After actually using Red Dragon Archfiend, like I'm really growing on the Jack Atlas side of things. But there it is. There is our win. Our opponent surrendered. He definitely was not a bot because bots don't surrender. Let's go check out this guy's deck. We got 2 legacy tickets. That's great. Yeah, let's go check out this guy's deck. Like, what was this dude doing? Like, what is this? Okay, he's got like some Utopia stuff going on. Junk Synchron. He's got 3, like, just like playing some sort of like warrior deck, I guess, but it's just not good. If he is a masochist and he somehow pulled 3 junk synchrons, like, it's interesting. I don't think so though, but either way, like, whatever. It is what it is. Good luck to whatever he's trying to do, but let's go pull us a pack. All right, here we go. 1 fresh master pack. Striking some lightning and Utopia's coming out. So hopefully we get some good cards here. Alright, card number 1, Laval Judgment Lord. Really cool art. I like it. Once per turn, you can banish 1 lava monster from your graveyard. It's like 1,000 damage to your opponent. Cannot declare an attack this turn when this is activated. So, I mean, interesting, I guess. We're not playing Lavals, but, you know. Reaper's Scythe. Equipped to a Guardian Dread Scythe against 500 for each monster in the graveyards. Interesting. Not playing that, obviously. Ooh. Shooting Code Talker. I've never seen this card. Looks cool. 2+ Cyberse monsters. This is a link 2. No, it's a link 3. 2 Cyberse monsters. 2+ Cyberse monsters, actually. You're not playing Cyberse monsters, so. At the start of your battle, you can activate this effect. This battle phase, this card can make attacks on your opponent's monsters up to the number of monsters this card currently points to +1. But this turn, when it attacks your opponent's only monster, this card loses 400 attack during the damage calculation. At the end of the battle phase, you can draw cards equal to the number of monsters this card destroyed by battle. I mean, that's pretty cool, but again, we're not playing Cyberse monsters. This isn't really going to come into effect. But I think the art is looking pretty good. I've never seen this Code Talker before, but I like it. Next card, Kanzashi, the Rika Queen. 2 level 6 monsters. If a monster is tributed, except during a damage step, you can detach one material from this card, target 1 monster in the graveyard, special summon it, but it negates its effects. Also, it becomes a plant monster. If the plant monster you control would be destroyed by card effect, you can tribute 1 plant monster from your hand or field. Instead, you can use this once per turn. This would go into her plant deck, but I don't really think that's going to really be a thing. So, Amazonist Chainmaster, the old school Amazon card, really cool. Probably not going to be useful for us. I mean, no, probably not. This is a Burning Abyss card. Nah, it's not going to come into play. Trickstar, Lilybell. If this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can special summon it from your hand. You can use the effect of this once per turn. This card can attack directly. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target 1 Trickstar monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. A little bit of interesting. I mean, we don't have too many Trickstar stuff. I mean, we're adding Trickstar stuff, but I don't know. That is a interesting dinosaur. You're gonna need. I mean, what?
He's just drilling everything, man. Look at that. That's insane. It's level 6 monsters. While this has no materials, if it battles a monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. You can use each of the following effects once per turn. You can detach one material from this card and target one of your banished dinosaur monsters, special summon it. If this card is destroyed, you can shuffle one normal monster from your graveyard into the deck. Then you can special summon this card. Interesting. We're not playing dinos. All in all, not much to say about this pack. I think the code talker is pretty cool though, or the shooting code talkers, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, let's go pull some legacy tickets. All right, we have 4 legacy tickets. Let's open these up. Wow, 2 golden packs. Let's see if they actually have anything of value in them. Pulling the rug, it's a counter trap. When a monster effect is activated, that activates when a monster is normal summoned. Negate the activation, destroy it. Nah. Okay, this is insane for the amount of attack it has for level 7. But I know this. I mean, I've seen other people pull cards from this archetype, and it's just, we're not going to use it. It's a union monster. We're not going to use it. Let's go. Pack number 2. M Warrior 1. There you go. Old school Vanilla Warrior. This is a Joey specialty. Not playing that, obviously. And Insect Barrier. Insect monsters your opponent control cannot declare an attack. We're not playing Insect Barrier. And our third pack here, our first gold pack. Let's see what we get. Anything? Anything? We have Mist Valley Soldier. It's a Winged Beast tuner. We'll definitely go into our Winged Beast deck. And it's level 4. Actually, at the beginning of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster that was not destroyed, return that opponent's monster to the hand. You must control this face-up card to activate this. Well, wait. And if this card is destroyed, so we can crash it, pop something off the field, crash it into something that can't be destroyed by battle that might be lower, pop it off the field. If anything at all, though, it's another level 4 tuner. We might put this into our deck, in all honesty. Next, Big One Warrior. During the main phase, you can send one level 1 monster, except this card, from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this from your hand. Okay, doesn't really help us. And our last pack here. Ooh, the Lightning Strikes. All right, ooh, super rare. Spell of Pain. It's a quick play effect. That's good. When your opponent activates a card or effect that would inflict effect damage to you, your opponent takes the effect damage from that card instead. I mean, there are a couple of things that can inflict damage to us. I'm thinking like the Soul Sword, when he sends the one dude to the graveyard, but this isn't really worth playing. And Magical Cavalry I'm not even going to try to, it has no pendulum effect. It's a level 4, it's a pendulum scale 3, it's a dinosaur. This card is unaffected by monsters, activated effects, except pendulum monsters. Interesting. Interesting. This, I'm pretty sure this ignores Baron de Fleur. That's kind of funny. In all honesty, that's kind of funny. I don't think we play it though. Obviously, there's really no point to it. I mean, in our pendulum deck maybe, but all in all, I think honestly the biggest takeaway right now is this level 4 tuner. So, all right, I'm gonna go and check the deck again and see if that card is worth putting into it. I mean, the more level 4 tuners, the better at this point because we can still use them for XYZs and synchros. So let me go check the deck and I'll be right back. All right, this was kind of a quick decision. I took another rock out. I took out this 2200 defense one that we've had for a long time. So and we put in our our level 4 tuner in its place. We have now 3 level 4 tuners, so that's pretty good. We have a slew of level 3s here. This is just helpful to boost anything else up, and then we have our 3 level 2s. If we're starting to look a little too tuner heavy, guys, let me know what tuner you would take out. I mean, we've taken Ice Mistress out before. That might be the answer. Or maybe we start getting rid of the Dragoonity stuff, but we still have this in our extra deck that we could utilize. And actually, the level 2 is more likely going to get us into that. So we have like Parshath on the field, and we, get this on the field, But let me know what you guys think of what our deck is looking like at this point. Because right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rock monsters left. Like, we haven't been drawing Catapult Zone recently, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think as far as like how our deck's looking again. We just phase out Catapult Zone at this point. Like, this has been such a good staple for our deck, but we haven't been drawing it. And then the rocks that we're drawing are just basically bricks at that point. So I don't know. If we get another Catapult Zone, we definitely revamp this to look more rock heavy. But anyway, guys, let's go and get into another duel. All right, we won the coin toss. We're going first. Guy's got a lot of cards in his deck. I mean, over 40, 15 in his extra deck. Guy's got some sort of opening hand, like probably got like a maxi or something in his hand. We're gonna set the Fire Hand. We're gonna set the Torrential Tribute, and we're gonna pass. Everything in our hand right now is all just special summon stuff, so hopefully we can get a tuner to our hand. That'd be great. I mean, this goes down to level 4 though, so yeah. I mean, we need like a good tuner at this point. What is this? Trap Trip Garden. So he's playing Trap Tricks. That's not good for us in the slightest, because our Torrential Tribute is not going to be very helpful. I really don't think we should stick around for Trap Tricks. We just get annihilated by this deck. Again, like, is he just planning on crashing into us with this and then swinging for 222 for 3,000 total? I mean, okay, no, at that point, no, he wins. Because that's 4,600, which is more than enough to take us down. Yeah, no, that's game. He's got game on board. If he realizes it, he's got game. He just crashes and wins. No, he's XYZing further. Utopic Future. And now he's Draco Future. He keeps getting rid of things, though. Maybe not. Okay, he's bringing out the Link. Okay, yeah, no, there it is. Okay, next duel. Alright, we won the coin toss, but I decided to go second this time because I really just want to see what our opponent is playing these days. Playing a 55 card main deck, 11 in the extra deck. What is this dude doing? Alright, yeah, no, I'm glad that we decided to go second, because right now we have nothing to special summon out to our field and go into our... I mean, we have 2 of our level 4 tuners, which is really good. 1 for 1. This is the second time we've seen somebody play this today. Looks like this guy was probably playing the Buster Blader deck. I'm alright with that. Danger, Thunderbird. Alright, we're gonna summon this out. We're We're gonna activate Thunderbird. Fortunately, it got her back to square one, but it is what it is. We're gonna summon out the Thunderbird. Ferret Flames, good card. Let's go into battle here. Alright, 13 to his face. Go with a 28 to his face. Hopefully this goes through. Alright, there's the Mirror Force. I don't know why I didn't do that, but to begin with, that's kind of really silly. Main 2, and we're going to set our traps, of course. Pass turn. Oh, not the Lightning Storm. Alright, well, it is what it is. Can't do much about that. End phase, though, I mean, we're looking good here. We're looking good here. Primitive Butterfly. Alright, now we're talking. Special summon this. Wait, actually, too late. This is only level 5. I mean, we don't have a level 9 that's worth, I mean, this? Croco Dragon? Like, okay, whatever, I guess. Actually, well, that doesn't help us, though. Yeah. Probably should have waited, but honestly, I don't want to wait on Buster Blader, especially now that our 2 trap cards are gone. We will draw. Alright, let's go to battle. We're at least swinging in for 2k. And end turn. Alright. Nope, not gonna activate that. We're looking okay, as long as he doesn't have another Mirror Force, we're looking pretty good. Battle again, just gonna swing. We're gonna keep our card advantage here, because we never know what's gonna happen later on down the road. Okay, Magical Cylinder. Sure, whatever. He's just stalling, that's fine. But with his amount of cards that he's got in his deck, I'm just going to... Okay, he's got Mahad. Interesting. Very interesting. What's he gonna do? Crash into us? Ooh, Raigeki. Well, seeing how... get rid of that. And we're gonna get rid of this. We're going to target Mahad. We're absolutely keeping our Scrappies because we need our level 4 tuner. Works for me. And Scrappies can put in a good amount of damage. Of course, he's going to special summon a Dark Conditioner. What is this guy playing? Like a huge Yugi deck, just like a bunch of Yugi's cards. Okay, sure, 25. Alright, come on, we need anything that can special summon out to the field right now. That'll do it. Not really, though, because this is too high of a level. That's still too high of a level. We're just gonna bounce this, we're gonna add that, that's good. I have an idea. we're going into our defensive play here. What's he gonna do? What's he going to do? I mean, obviously he can top deck something and get rid of us, but like, I'm not expecting him with the giant amount of cards that he has in the deck. Like, what's the... Okay, he's gonna fusion summon, sure. It's alright. Alright, let's see what he summons out here. He had the Buster Blader in hand. He's going into Dark Paladin. That's really cool. Fair game. Fair play. Fair play. It's insane that he top decked exactly what he needed. Exactly what he needed. He is Yugi. He is absolutely Yugi right now. Lost Wind. Now, that is a card to pull. Now I'm just trying to think. He loses his effect. What is the... Okay, Dark Paladin... What is Dark Paladin's flat? I forget. It's 29. 29 cut in half. It's like a 1850. He's still capable of swinging over Scrap Beast, unfortunately, at that point. But at least we survive another turn. Unless he does this, and he's just gonna special summon a Dark Magician. This dude has literally drawn every single possible card that he has needed. He is Yugi. He is Yugi. He wins. That's it. That's the game. There's absolutely no point. Oh, we would have survived that actually. Yep. Dark magic attack. This dude literally is Yugi. He pulled every single possible card he needed to get past what we had going on. Every single time. Every single time. Alright, here's the next duel. Our guy just summoned out the Invoker. You know, he won the coin toss. He's going first, obviously. I mean, our hands... We finally drew Catapult Zone after... I mean, how many duels have we not seen Catapult Zone? Yeah, this guy looks like he's... I don't know what he's actually going to go into here. I mean, he's got some, like... I mean, Salamangreat... Like, this one, the Link one... It's very splashable. I mean, this card gets splashed into a bunch of different decks. I mean, I would say he's playing Salamangreat, but I don't know. I don't really think he is. Wait, what? Oh, he's playing just like an invoked deck, I guess. Okay. I mean, he's got the Secure Gardna here. I don't know. I don't know exactly what this dude's up to. I guess he's just playing like an invoked deck is my best guess at this point. So, you know, I guess we'll see where he goes from here. How far he takes his turn. I mean, yeah, I just, I don't know. Evocation, yeah, I think he's just playing the invoked deck by and large. Yeah, okay, sure. I'm not really sure how well we fare against this deck, in all honesty. I know this card can get kind of insane depending. Once per turn, effect, you can send the same type. Yeah, I mean, sure. Alright, we got Ferret Flames. That's pretty good. Let's see here. We could back to square one. I think we set these, right? I think we activate back to square one in all honesty. And oddly enough, I think we pitch our pot and get rid of this thing. We can activate the catapult zone. We can summon the fire hand and pass turn, I guess. I think our big play on his turn is that we cut his invoked card here, the Mechaba, in half. It's attack in half with Lost Wind as he tries to crash into Fire Hand. I think that's probably the play. Okay, he's going to add a field spell to his hand. That's fine with us. I mean, that's fine. He's going to get Alistair back. Probably just going to start his whole thing over again, but I mean, hey, he's getting rid of resources, so that's always a plus. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. We're just gonna activate this on you. If you go ahead and negate it, that's fine because you still pop Fire Hand, and Fire Hand's still gonna pop you regardless. But we'll make sure he gets in some damage here instead. All right, we're looking pretty good. I think for the most part, as long as he doesn't have any follow-up. I mean, he's got Alistair, but he already normal summoned the other thing to get the field spell, so we're all right. And he scooped. All right, sweet. We'll go and pull us a nice master pack after that one. All right, let's see. How much do we get? All right, and we're ranking up to silver 1. All right, sweet. We get some gems for that. Are we gonna get any legacy tickets? 2 legacy tickets. We'll take it. All right, let's go open us a master pack. All right, instead of the master pack, we do actually have our last ticket that we can pull here, so we're gonna do that instead. So let's, which one do we want? You know what, we did the first one, we did the middle one right here. Let's do the last one over here. What are we getting? All right, Blackluster Soldier. I actually got the same pack on my main account. I'm very happy. This is actually the pack that I'm always wanting to pull because I do like the Blackluster Soldier stuff. So, if anything, I want something sweet from here. That'd be great. All right, first card we have Elemental Hero Captain Gold. Level 4 for 2100 for level 4. That's kind of pretty insane. But you can discard this card to the graveyard to add 1 Skyscraper from your deck to the hand. If Skyscraper is not face up on the field, destroy this card. So, kind of cool. It's kind of cool if we can get the Skyscraper. Maybe someday we can run this, but right now obviously we're not going to. UFO Roid, we're not playing Roids. I mean, we could put in our machine stuff, but I really don't think it's gonna really do too much. Underdog here, during your turn, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. During your opponent's turn, negate the effects of all face-up monsters we control. So, in all honesty, this is kind of an interesting pull for us because I don't really think any of our monsters, by and large, have any like face-up effects that really are going to be something to worry about I mean, like, it's not like they really affect our opponent in any given way, shape, or form. I mean, we do have like our Ice Mistress that, like, its effect would turn off. We would have our Curry Bonds. So like if we put this in our deck, we might as well get rid of those two level 2 tuners because their effects are just pointless at that point. I don't really think anything else on in our deck right now, you know, has any effects that we need up on our opponent's turn. So we actually might put this in. This is kind of like an interesting floodgate for us, in all honesty. Um, just so that like we can get our stuff through and we don't have to worry about like our opponent activating effects on our turn when we need to be doing stuff. So yeah, we probably are actually going to put this in the deck. That's actually kind of an interesting floodgate for us. Uh, Farewell come Labyrinth. When a monster declares an attack while you control a fiend monster, target one card on the field, negate the attack. If you do destroy that card, then you can set one non-labyrinth normal trap from your hand or deck. So here's an idea, right? We could slot some fiends into our deck. We could possibly even just phase out the catapult zone strategy and try something new here. We could fuse in some fiends into our deck, right? Put this in. Put, any of our other normal traps will be fine. Activate this on our opponent attacking us. They think we're playing labyrinths, and then maybe they scoop. I've been waiting for this. So if we pull just enough, like a couple labyrinth cards, just to make our opponent think we're actually playing a full labyrinth deck, they might not want to deal with us, and they just leave. So we could possibly get free wins by doing this. We're gonna try this out. I'm gonna probably maybe even like maybe not edit our current deck, but maybe I build a new deck and start utilizing some new strategies. Um, all right, beginning of the heaven and earth. I mean, we've already pulled this before. This is, Blackluster Soldier / Gaia, the Fierce Knight support stuff. So not really worrying about that. Super Soldier Synthesis. Uh, Ritual summon any Blackluster Soldier ritual monster from hand or grave. You also send one light and dark monster from your hand and one from your deck to the grave whose levels exactly equal 8. We can only use this spell once per turn. So that's kind of cool. I don't really know if that'll ever come into play. Sphere of Chaos. While this card is face up on the field, its attribute is treated as light. Once per turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. When this card is tribute summoned, you can add one level 3 monster from your deck to hand. Um, I like this card, but I don't like this card because it's level 5, but its effect is pretty sweet. There's really no point for us to use this. And we have actually already pulled this before, obviously, because it's not new. I mean, we could throw it in with the rest of our machines, but I really don't like. Again, the detriment to this is actually it's level 5. Like, I don't see the point of tributing something out just to put that on the field. And Chaos Daedalus. All right, now this is actually a pretty decent card. Um, like obviously we're doing like a chaos deck. Like this would go into it. Must be special summon from your hand by banishing one light and one dark monster from the graveyard. While a field spell is face up on the field, your opponent cannot target light or dark monsters you control with card effects. You can target cards on the field up to the number of face up field spells on the field, banish them. You can only use the effect of this once per turn. So, I mean, funny enough, if it's unaffected by card effects while there's a field spell on the field, we could actually use this like if with like catapult zone because then during the battle phase we can protect it from at least one battle and then it's still always protected by card effects because catapult zone. So that's kind of like an interesting synergy that we could do that if we could figure out how to build like a chaos deck with rocks. That would be an interesting play as well. But all in all, I don't. I mean, I think the farewell labyrinth or farewell or fair welcome labyrinth or whatever it is probably the most interesting card we've pulled out of here right now because I kind of want to see if we can utilize this as a scare tactic. So Anyway, that's that. Let's move on to the main event of what Royal Rare are we going to get? Or, yeah, Royal Ultra here, actually. So, let's see what we get. All right, moment of truth. All right, Black Luster Soldier, Sacred Soldier. I always liked this card's art, really cool. The effect, let's just read it. When this card is normal special summon, you can target one of your banished light or dark monsters and one card your opponent controls. Return that banished card to the graveyard, and if you do, banish the card your opponent controls. You can only use the effect of Blackluster Soldier, Sacred Soldier once per turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one level 7 or lower warrior monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. This isn't a bad card if we were playing like super heavy warrior, uh, again, chaos warriors specifically would actually make this run a little bit better, but obviously we don't have enough for that. But this is really cool. I always like this Blackluster Soldier card just for the art alone, and having like the royal finish on it really makes it look really sweet. So but anyway, that is the polls. Let's go and move on to our legacy tickets. We have 2 of them from our last win, so let's pull these real quick. And we'll probably end up wrapping up the video afterward. Let's open up pack number 1. Looks like our pack number 2 is a gold one, so that's pretty cool if we actually get something sweet out of that. Shield Warrior, I'm pretty sure we've... Oh, no, this is new. Interesting card. During the damage calculation, if either player's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. That's actually really, really helpful. It'll definitely go in our warrior pile. Um, yeah, I mean, it's actually really helpful. So, not a bad card to pull from a legacy ticket, that's for sure. And Dokuro Rider is a very old school, one of the first ritual monsters like printed. It's not really good, so it's always had like a cool art though to it for like a classic Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's very simple, but it looks pretty sick. So, all right, and finally the gold. Oh, and striking lots of lightning. That's nice. All right, let's do this card first. All right, what is this? Luminize. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster and negate the attack. And one face-up light monster you control gains attack equal to that target's attack until your next end phase. That's actually interesting because we could put this obviously in our chaos deck with light monsters and potentially like out battle our opponent on our turn. That's actually kind of a cool trap. Let's see what we get here. All right, a secret rare. Let's go. Soul Transition. If you control no special summon monsters, tribute one face up level 4 normal summoned set monster, draw 2 cards. You can only activate this once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this card. If we were literally just playing like a tribute deck, not worrying too much about special summon, I mean, I don't know. Drawing 2 cards is always nice, but this is kind of a detriment. It's like it's honestly a -2 for a +2, so you're like net neutraling yourself, and then you're not being able to special summon is kind of a detriment. So all in all, honestly, I really like the warrior card, and Luminize is not that bad either. So all right, but with all that, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video right here. Thanks for tuning into this episode. It's been an interesting ride and an interesting grind. We are very close to gold. We are just probably like, what, 2 victories away from getting back into gold, but I think we grinded through silver pretty good today. But I've taken up so much of your guys' time, so we are just going to end it right here. But thanks for tuning in, guys. It means the world to me. All my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. We've been growing pretty steadily, but we've been doing pretty good recently. For all of those of you who are tuning in to the channel for the first time today, and you really enjoyed the content and you stuck around all the way to this end, please just hit the like. Please consider subscribing. If I did a really great job here today in this video as far as, production and the content itself and just everything that goes into videos like this, just please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me. But anyway, guys, until next time, stay safe out there. Take care. I'm ProtoPawn. Peace.